everybody, and greetings and happy Thursday. It is me, your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend, Joe Seeby. And guys, happy Thursday. And Thursday is our class that we call Picture This. Picture This is when I give you an image, a photograph of any kind. It could be a drawing, it could be a photo, it could be a painting, it could anything that, is an image. And your job is to write a chorus, a song chorus, based on whatever image that I give you guys. And why do we do this? Well, sometimes all of us, me included, everyone, needs a jump start to get their creativity flowing. Now, it doesn't always. Sometimes I hear tons of ideas from nowhere. Just like walking down the street and all of a sudden I'll hear an idea for a song and I just grab my phone and start singing into it. Now, that's a great thing when that happens, but that doesn't happen all the time. And especially if you're writing all the time, you're writing constantly with people, which I am, and I know some of you are. So you're constantly writing. Sometimes you need to draw inspiration or ideas from things. And this has been a great way to give you some sort of immediate visual stimulation to get your ideas creatively flowing. That's the best way I can describe it. And everything around us is an influence, whether we even realize it or not. Like, everything. Sometimes I'll be in a restaurant, I'll overhear a conversation. I'm not listening or ear hustling. It's within my earshot. And sometimes the conversation will be so profound or so cool that I'll be like, that's a song waiting to happen. And then I'll just jot down a little bit of the ideas about what they were talking about. And you never know what's going to inspire you, what's going to make you think about something. And this is a great exercise, especially for those of you who are writing a lot with other people. And I'll tell you why. Because if people are paying you money and they're looking to you for answers to, I want to write a song, but I'm not, I do this all the time. People want to write a song with me, but they don't have a lot of experience as a songwriter. So I have to supply them with imagery so that they even sometimes, it's no fun when you and another person that's paying you money to write, you're both staring at a blank piece of paper for an hour. And it doesn't make them believe in you either. They're looking to you for answers. And if you're staring at a blank piece of paper, scratching your head, they're going to be doubting you and your ability. So these are like little, I call them like Jedi mind tricks to get me flowing. So, this started way back in performing arts when we were at the studio before the COVID, all that stuff, when we were still going every day, writing songs in class. This was one of the exercises that we would use to flex our creativity, to get our creative ideas flowing, and I really love this exercise because then you're riffing off of something that's concrete and visual right there. And this is and I tell you guys this every week too, this is your universe. Whatever you see in that picture is whatever that makes you feel. Like I say this all the time, but if it's a picture of an old lady holding a cat and it makes you think about your aunt, write about your aunt. Write about your aunt. Even if the cat's not a big part of it, maybe she had a cat at one point, but most of your memory is just of her and you spending time together. That's all that matters. Write about that. The picture is important, but it's not the sole focus. It's just a launching pad for you to start with your ideas. That's really it. Whatever it makes you think about. Now, the only rules that are here The only rules that apply to this whole exercise is, well, of course, it's a song, so it has to rhyme. Songs rhyme. They just rhyme. I mean, that is songwriting 101. And it's got to make sense to the listener. It can't be like an inside joke. It can't be like between you and your friend back in 5th grade when you used to use this word. And like, no, it's got to be universally understood. And it's got to make sense. It's got to rhyme. It's got to tell a story, and it's got to make sense to the listener. Those are very, very important tips for this. Now, you know, when you first do this too, I want to say this. Don't worry about rhyming yet. Look at the photograph first, okay? And I have a way that I actually do this, and I tell you this every week, and I'm going to continue because it's very, very important. There's a protocol to this, okay? When you are watching this video next week, because I do this the week before the following week. So next week, you'll be watching this in real time. You can pause this video with the space bar on your laptop or on your phone. Just hit the pause button or whatever, however you watch this, okay? You can study that photograph for as long as you want if you hit pause, okay? This is what I want you to do. Ready? I want you to stare at that photograph until you go into a daydream in your mind. And now you're in that picture. Now, when you finally pull back and you find yourself sitting in the chair staring at your computer, and now you're back in real life, I want you to write down everything you saw when you were up here in your daydream. And then I want you to write it down like you're like a laundry list, like flowers in the background, trees, saw a bird flying overhead in the sky. Write all that down. This stuff could be the precursor to what you write about. Even the most mundane of artifacts in the photograph could end up being the most important in your story. That's just how it is. You could really stumble on something just with a background. You know what I mean? Like something that's almost minuscule, and you can blow that up and make that your story. Something so small and what seems insignificant in the picture could be your whole story. Now, if you give 100 people the same picture, you're going to get 100 different songs. And that is the coolest part of this thing. Like, it's almost like a fingerprint. Everyone's fingerprint is different, right? Everyone's story and lyrics are going to be different. And that's the coolest thing. You give 100 songwriters this picture, they're going to write 100 different songs. Not going to be the same at all. And that's what I love when I read you guys' stuff when you're done. How wonderful and cool it sounds when it's done. I mean, you guys really shock me sometimes with the brilliance that you guys come up with based on these photographs. Well, anyway, listen, enough of me talking. I'm going to show you the photograph now, and then we'll discuss it. Okay? So without further ado, here is the picture for Picture This. Enjoy it. Okay, so you saw the photograph. It's a girl and a guy. The guy's up in a balloon, but it looks like a light bulb, but it's a balloon. And she's holding a rope. She doesn't want to let go. This is what I thought looking at this. I just thought the picture was so thought-provoking. It seems like she's holding onto the rope. He wants to take off, but she doesn't want him to go. That's what I get from that, okay? So in my little daydream, in my head, I pictured that this is a relationship. And of course, I go into my own daydream. When I zone out, I go into this daydream. When I pulled back, this is what I wrote to that. Okay, so I'm going to read you the lyrics that I wrote. So in my storyline, I see that the girl does not want to let the boy go because he's going to fly away, and that's going to be the end of him, right? So I felt like in the daydream, she's trying to please him so much, and nothing she does is quite good enough. That's what I got. So this is what I wrote. Trying so hard to be the one that you need. You were my everything, the air that I breathe. You said that it's over, and I begged you to stay. 10 years of our lives, we simply threw them away. We simply threw them away. I'll read it one more time. Trying so hard to be the one that you need. You were my everything, the air that I breathe. You said that it's over, and I begged you to stay. 10 years of our lives, we simply threw them away. We simply threw them away. And I have a melody for this. It's really nice. A nice chord progression with a nice melody. And I will share that with you in the very, very near future because we're going to write a song based on this. Anyway, I can't wait to see what you guys write for this photograph. Anyway, guys, that is all the time that we have for tonight. So again, this is your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend Joe Seavey signing off. I love you guys. Be good, be safe, and I will see you very soon. All right, guys, I love you. Peace.